My name is Howard Rollenhagen.
And I'm Charlotte Rollenhagen. And we've been sweethearts since childhood. How did it start?
And it started when the Osgoods moved to Muskegon in '29. The first thing Elder Osgood did is to see the needs of the church school, and he went out and scouted around to find a new and better building, which he did in early spring of '29. They purchased an empty former county school building, a one-room building on 3 city lots. That's what was the original playground, or part of it. The playground had been shrunken already by that time. But he decided that we could get by with that and have a site for a new church at the same time. So in '29, I started church school. And it was a new experience for me because I had already finished five grades in public school. But this idea of having all the grades in a couple of rooms was new to me, and I really was very apprehensive. But there was no room for me to get involved with girls at that time, because I had a sister that was a younger sister that was, to me, quite a pest. And I thought all girls were pests. But by the time I got in 8th grade, my mind was changing. And I saw the qualities in Charlotte, but the school teacher didn't approve. Her name was Wilma Smith, who later went to California. We lost track of her, but I've heard that she married somebody by the name of Titus. I have no other further information. But let me say that while Wilma Smith was teaching class, she would roam around the room and find herself parked right in my sight of vision to Charlotte. And that's as far as it went. Take over.
I know. Well, it was frustrating to him because he just wanted to look up from his book and check me over. Now, I was only vaguely aware of this at the time, but little by little I was getting notes. I was getting visits over at the house, and he would come around to the house hoping to catch me at home, things like that. And as time went on, we were aware that we were each fond of the other one. And anytime he could walk me home, he did. He got brave enough finally to ask me to go with him to young people's meeting and sit with him. And he dressed up in his very finest and came over to the house on a Friday night. He was going to take me to young people's meeting.
And guess what? We had 4 chaperones. 2 of her brothers and sisters were in front of us walking down the street, and 2 following behind us.
Mm-hmm.
We were watched and cared for very diligently.
And that
This
went,
was in 10th grade,
yes.
the spring of the fall, end of 10th grade.
About this time, my father was noticing that we were kind of showing each other a lot of attention. And he said to me, Charlotte, I want to be your sweetheart until you're 18 years old. Now, he said that entails that that you have a gift, that you're given a gift. If I'm going to be your sweetheart, I'm going to give you a gift. What would you like? And eventually I said I'd like a Boston Terrier. That meant that he wrote up a page of regulations and stipulations, which meant I could be in the company of a boy, the more the better. But either the boy's brother or sister had to be with us, or I had to have a brother or sister with us until I was 18. And we were getting ready to move, and he saw ahead of time that we'd be corresponding. And my grades had to be A, or I couldn't write a letter, and only then I could write once in 6 weeks. Well, so we moved to Iowa, and I was brokenhearted, leaving this sweet boy behind. Now, we had not so much as held hands. Oh, that would have been the unpardonable sin. But going to Iowa didn't stop him. He showed up out there from time to time. I guess they kind of noticed that he meant business. But even then, when he came out, there was always a brother or a sister with us. Now he's gone off to college. He went to Berrien Springs, and I wanted to go so badly. But we had moved out of this conference, and Union College served the conference we were living in Iowa, and my parents insisted that I go to Union College. Well, we corresponded, but my heart was broken because he was in Berrien and I was in Union.